The massive alien reconnaissance ship Stellar Whisper glided silently through the star-speckled darkness, its advanced sensors probing the unknown regions of space. Commander Kira Nolan stood at the primary observation deck, her multi-sensory appendages moving with calculated precision across holographic control panels. Earth appeared as a small blue-green marble in the vast cosmic landscape. Initial scans suggested a primitive planet inhabited by an unremarkable species called humans. The alien research team had encountered thousands of similar civilizations across the galaxy. Most were predictable, fragile, and easily conquered. Preliminary data suggest minimal technological capabilities, reported Science Officer Lena, her voice clinical and detached. Primitive communication networks, rudimentary space exploration, limited planetary defense systems. Kira nodded, her confidence absolute. Another routine reconnaissance mission would soon become another potential galactic expansion opportunity for the Confederation. Unbeknownst to the alien crew, Captain J. Park watched their approach from Earth's Central Command. His fingers moved swiftly across holographic displays, tracking every minute movement of the approaching vessel. Years of military training and an intuitive understanding of potential threats guided his actions. The human command center was a marvel of understated technological sophistication. Sleek surfaces reflected soft blue lights and multiple screens displayed complex data streams. Unlike the alien ship's ostentatious design, this facility embodied functional efficiency. "Incoming vessel detected," announced a young technician. "Configuration doesn't match any known galactic registry." Jay remained calm. His dark eyes scanned multiple information channels, processing potential scenarios faster than most humans could comprehend. Something about this approach felt different, not just another standard exploratory mission. Aboard the Stellar Whisper, Kira prepared her standard first contact protocols. Centuries of galactic interactions had taught her species a systematic approach to encountering new civilizations. Scan, assess, evaluate, potentially subjugate. Her team represented the pinnacle of technological and biological evolution, advanced sensory capabilities, regenerative biological systems, and computational intelligence that far exceeded most known species. Humans would be another footnote in their expansive galactic records. "Preparing initial communication transmission," Lena announced. Standard diplomatic protocols would be transmitted, a formal introduction accompanied by computational language matrices designed to establish basic communication parameters. On Earth, Jay understood the implications immediately. This wasn't just another random encounter. The precision of the alien approach, the sophisticated scanning technologies, suggested a civilization far more advanced than humanity's current technological capabilities. Military strategists had long prepared theoretical scenarios for potential extraterrestrial interactions. Jay had been part of those strategic planning committees. He knew humanity's strengths weren't necessarily in advanced weaponry or computational superiority, but in adaptability, resilience, and unexpected problem-solving capabilities. The alien ship began emitting complex communication signals, mathematically precise, logically structured, completely alien yet somehow attempting to establish a comprehensible dialogue. "Translate primary communication frequency," Jay commanded. Technicians worked rapidly, quantum computers deciphering intricate signal patterns within milliseconds. The message was both a greeting and a subtle probe, testing humanity's technological and communicative capabilities. Kira waited with practiced patience. Thousands of planetary encounters had taught her species that most civilizations responded with fear, submission, or primitive defensive postures. Humans would be no different. What she didn't know was that humans were anything but predictable. Jay's fingers moved with calculated precision. Instead of a standard diplomatic response, he initiated a complex communication sequence that would both respond to and subtly challenge the alien transmission. The human response was unexpected, not fearful, not submissive, but curious, analytical, slightly provocative. For the first time in her career, Kira felt a subtle shift in her computational predictions. Something about this human response was different. Little did she know, This moment marked the beginning of an encounter that would reshape galactic understanding forever. The first contact had begun, and nothing would ever be the same again. The alien research vessel hummed with intense activity as its computational systems processed Earth's historical data. Screens flickered with geological records, biological histories, and environmental snapshots that defied conventional understanding. Dr. Ravi, the lead alien researcher, couldn't believe what the data was revealing. Earth wasn't just a planet. It was a living nightmare of survival conditions. Volcanic eruptions that had obliterated entire ecosystems. Temperature ranges that would destroy most known life forms. Constant geological transformations that reset entire biological systems every few million years. "This is impossible," he muttered, his translation device converting his alien language into standard communication protocols. The planetary history was a brutal timeline of destruction and rebirth. Multiple mass extinction events had swept across the planet's surface: asteroid impacts, extreme climate shifts, periods of global freezing followed by intense heat, predatory ecosystems that existed in a constant state of violent competition. Most shocking was how life had not just survived, but thrived under these impossible conditions. Kira leaned over the research displays, her sophisticated sensory appendages, processing the information. Each data point challenged everything she knew about planetary development and biological evolution. Earth's geological record showed a planet in constant violent transformation. Tectonic plates that moved with exceptional aggression, volcanic systems that erupted with devastating frequency, climate patterns that shifted with brutal unpredictability. "The planet itself seems designed to destroy life," one research assistant commented. But the data told a different story. Life on Earth didn't just survive these conditions, it adapted, evolved, and became more complex with each destructive cycle. Comparative studies revealed something truly remarkable. While other planets developed stable ecosystems, Earth seemed to reset its entire biological framework repeatedly. Each extinction event became an opportunity for new life forms to emerge, more resilient than before. The human species itself was a product of this extreme environment. Evolved from primates that survived in some of the most challenging conditions imaginable, capable of living in environments ranging from Arctic cold to desert heat, possessing an unprecedented ability to modify their environment and themselves. Genetic analyses showed humans had developed complex survival mechanisms. Their bodies could adapt to extreme stress. Their brains could solve complex problems under life-threatening conditions. Their social structures allowed rapid information sharing and collective problem solving. "It's like the entire planet is a continuous survival training ground," Dr. Ravi explained to his colleagues. The alien research team discovered something even more unsettling. Humans had systematically documented their own planetary history. Archaeological and geological records showed a species that not only survived, but actively studied and understood the very systems that tried to destroy them. Volcanic eruptions that would have ended most civilizations became subjects of scientific study for humans. Climate changes that would have caused total collapse became opportunities for technological innovation. The more they studied, the more the aliens realized they had dramatically underestimated this small blue planet and its inhabitants. Earth's history was a continuous cycle of destruction and rebirth. Each time the planet seemed ready to eliminate all life, something unexpected happened. New species emerged, existing life forms adapted, the ecosystem transformed. Humans were the most recent and perhaps most extraordinary product of this planetary crucible. Their technology might have seemed primitive by galactic standards. Their physical bodies appeared weak compared to many species, but their ability to survive, to adapt, to transform, that was something entirely different. Kira realized this wasn't just another planetary reconnaissance. This was something unprecedented in galactic records. "We're not dealing with just another species," she told her team. "We're dealing with survivors from the most dangerous planet we've ever encountered." The research continued, each new discovery more shocking than the last. Earth wasn't just a planet. It was a living, breathing survival machine that had produced the most adaptable species in known galactic history, and humanity was just getting started. The alien medical research team worked with increasing fascination, their advanced scanning equipment probing human biological samples with growing intensity. What they discovered challenged everything they knew about biological systems. Dr. Elena, the lead xenobiologist, couldn't believe the complexity of human cellular structures. These weren't just cells. They were adaptive machines that seemed to rewrite their own programming in real time. Human immune systems demonstrated capabilities beyond any known galactic species. Where most biological entities would collapse under extreme stress, human bodies seemed to generate new defense mechanisms almost instantaneously. Injuries that would permanently disable other species became mere temporary setbacks for humans. Psychological resilience tests revealed even more shocking results. Humans possessed an extraordinary ability to function under conditions that would cause complete mental breakdown in other species. Stress that would paralyze most biological entities became a catalyst for human problem-solving and creativity. The research team discovered something particularly intriguing about human brain function. Unlike most species with fixed neural pathways, human brains continuously rewired themselves. Learning wasn't just a process. It was a constant state of biological transformation. Genetic analysis showed multiple layers of adaptive mechanisms. Humans carried genetic memories of survival strategies passed through generations. Their DNA wasn't just a biological blueprint. It was a complex survival manual constantly updating itself. They're not just adapting, Dr. Elena explained to her colleagues. They're actively designing their own evolutionary pathway. Comparative studies with other species highlighted human uniqueness. Where most biological entities had specific environmental limitations, humans created their own environmental solutions. Extreme cold? They invented clothing and heating. Lack of natural protection? They developed complex technological shields. The most shocking discovery came from psychological testing. Humans didn't just survive challenges. They seemed to actively seek them out. What other species would consider life-threatening situations humans called adventure or opportunity. Military researchers found human psychological profiles particularly fascinating. Unlike species that became paralyzed by fear, humans transformed fear into motivation. Impossible challenges became puzzles to be solved. Potential defeat became a chance for innovative strategy. Physiological tests revealed multiple unexpected capabilities. Human bodies could survive extended periods of nutritional deprivation. Their muscle and bone structures could rebuild themselves faster than most known species. Their sensory systems constantly adjusted to new environmental conditions. The research team ran multiple simulation scenarios. Conditions that would destroy most biological systems became mere inconveniences for humans. Extreme temperature variations, oxygen-poor environments, high-stress psychological scenarios. Humans didn't just survive, they thrived. Genetic markers showed something even more remarkable. Humans carried dormant genetic capabilities that could be activated under extreme stress. It was like having hidden survival tools that emerged exactly when needed most. They're not just a species, one researcher commented. They're a living, breathing survival algorithm. The most advanced scanning technologies struggled to completely map human biological complexity. Each time the researchers thought they understood a specific system, new layers of adaptation emerged. Reproductive systems showed similar adaptive capabilities. Humans could reproduce in environments that would sterilize most species. Their genetic diversity allowed for rapid adaptation across multiple environmental conditions. Communication systems within human bodies worked with incredible efficiency. Cellular communication happened at speeds that challenged current scientific understanding. What appeared random actually followed complex adaptive patterns. Dr. Elena's final report was both a scientific analysis and a warning. Humans weren't just another species to be categorized and understood. They were a biological phenomenon that rewrote the understanding of life itself. We're not studying a species, she told the research team. We're studying a living, breathing, universal survival mechanism. The implications were clear. Humanity represented something unprecedented in galactic biological records, a species so adaptable, so resilient, that traditional scientific classifications simply failed to capture their essence. And this was just the beginning of understanding. The alien fleet approached Earth with calculated precision, expecting a swift and decisive victory. Commander, Kira's massive warship led the invasion, its advanced weapons systems primed to overwhelm human defenses. Captain J. Park watched the approaching vessels from Earth's Central Command. Unlike the panic most might feel, he remained calm, his fingers moving across holographic control panels with calculated efficiency. "Incoming vessels," announced a young technician. Multiple attack formations detected. The alien fleet's initial scans had suggested total technological superiority. Quantum weapons, advanced shield technologies, computational systems that could predict and neutralize most defensive strategies. They expected a quick conquest. What they didn't understand was human unpredictability. As the first wave of alien attack vessels approached, something unexpected happened. Instead of traditional defensive formations, human ships began to move in seemingly chaotic patterns. No standard military protocol, no predictable defensive lines, quantum-entangled defense, networks activated. These weren't standard military systems. They were adaptive intelligence platforms that learned and transformed with each millisecond of conflict. The first alien strike wave found themselves confronting something impossible. Human defensive. Systems didn't just block attacks. They anticipated them, redirected them, and turned alien weapons against their own formations. Jay's strategy was unlike any known military approach. Where most species would concentrate defensive power, humans distributed their capabilities. Each ship became a living, thinking entity. Communication wasn't hierarchical. It was a constantly shifting network of adaptive intelligence. Alien computational. Systems struggled to process the human response. Mathematical models of conflict prediction collapsed under the weight of human unpredictability. One alien tactical officer watched in disbelief as human ships used unconventional tactics. A damaged vessel wouldn't retreat. It would transform its damaged state into an offensive opportunity. Weapon systems that should have been destroyed became improvised attack platforms. The battlefield wasn't just a physical space. It was a complex living system where humans rewrote conflict rules. With each passing moment, Kira's flagship found itself surrounded by human vessels that seemed to move with impossible coordination. No central command structure, no predictable communication channels. Each ship acted like an individual organism while simultaneously functioning. As part of a larger intelligent network, adaptive electromagnetic shielding transformed alien weapon strikes into energy that powered human defensive systems. What should have been destructive became a source of additional power. "This is impossible," Kira muttered, watching her tactical displays collapse. Distributed AI combat strategies meant that even if individual human ships were destroyed, their collective intelligence continued to fight. Information, tactics, and adaptive strategies flowed like living water between vessels. The alien fleet discovered something terrifying. Humans didn't just fight. They transformed conflict into an evolutionary process. Each alien attack became an opportunity for human technological adaptation. Weapon systems modified in real time. Communication channels constantly shifting. Defense becoming offense in milliseconds. What should have been a simple invasion became a complex dance of technological and strategic evolution. Hours passed. The alien fleet, which had expected a quick victory, found itself systematically dismantled. Not through superior firepower, but through an approach to conflict that defied all known military understanding. Jay watched the battle with calm determination. This wasn't just a military engagement. This was a demonstration of human potential. As the final alien vessels retreated, something became abundantly clear. Humanity wasn't just defending itself. It was redefining the very concept of conflict. The galaxy would never be the same. Kira stared at the retreating battlefield, understanding for the first time that they had encountered something truly unprecedented. Humans weren't just another species to be conquered. They were a force of nature. The Galactic Confederation chamber fell silent as the first human diplomatic delegation entered. Captain J. Park led the team, his calm demeanor contrasting with the spectacular failure of the recent alien invasion attempt. Representatives from thousands of planetary systems watched with a mixture of fear, respect, and curiosity. Humanity had done something unprecedented. They had not just survived an invasion but completely transformed the understanding of interstellar conflict. "We are not here to conquer," Jay began, his translated words resonating through the massive chamber. "We are here to understand and collaborate." The alien leadership struggled to process this approach. Most conquered species would demand retribution. Humans seemed more interested in mutual understanding. Scientific reports from the recent conflict circulated through diplomatic channels. Each detail revealed another layer of human complexity. Their ships hadn't just fought, they had learned. Their defensive systems weren't just technological, they were living, adaptive networks. Admiral Hyun Kim, standing beside Jay, represented humanity's military perspective. But even she carried a diplomatic approach that confused traditional, galactic protocols. Where most military leaders would demonstrate aggression, she spoke of potential cooperation. "Our planet taught us that survival means adaptation," she explained to the confused Confederation members. "Not destruction, but transformation." The most advanced computational systems had analyzed the human conflict response. The results were shocking. Humans hadn't just defended themselves. They had fundamentally reimagined conflict as a collaborative problem-solving exercise. Alien researchers presented detailed biological and psychological studies. Human capabilities went far beyond physical strength or technological advancement. They possessed an extraordinary ability to transform challenges into opportunities. One researcher summarized it perfectly. "Humans don't see obstacles. They see puzzles waiting to be solved." The diplomatic discussions revealed something even more remarkable. Humanity wasn't seeking galactic dominance. They were offering a new approach to interstellar relationships, cooperation, mutual growth, shared learning. Economic systems were discussed. Where most species sought resource extraction, humans proposed collaborative development. Their own planetary history of surviving extreme conditions had taught them the value of collective survival. Technological exchanges became a primary discussion point. Human adaptive technologies fascinated the Confederation. Systems that could learn, transform, and improve themselves in real time. "We're not advanced because of our technology," Jay explained. "We're advanced because we understand that everything can be improved." The Confederation's leadership realized they were witnessing something unprecedented. Humanity wasn't just another species to be categorized or controlled. They were a dynamic, evolving system of collective intelligence. Diplomatic agreements began to take shape. Not traditional treaties, but flexible frameworks that could adapt and change. Humans brought a fluidity to negotiation that transformed traditional galactic diplomacy. Cultural exchanges were proposed. Where most species would seek to impose their own systems, humans showed genuine curiosity about different planetary cultures. Days of discussions revealed a profound truth. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't in their technology or military capabilities. It was in their ability to see potential where others saw limitations. As the initial diplomatic sessions concluded, something fundamental had changed in galactic dynamics. Humanity wasn't just being accepted. They were being recognized as a unique and valuable galactic partner. The Confederation's final resolution was unprecedented. Humanity would be granted full recognition not as a conquered or junior species, but as an equal participant in galactic development. "We came expecting to find a primitive civilization," one alien leader admitted. "Instead, we discovered a species that redefines what's possible." Jay and his team returned to Earth, knowing they had done more than survive an invasion. They had fundamentally transformed humanity's place in the universe.